Hey goblins and ghouls, today we're going to show you how to recreate this silver inspired New Year's look. Hey, what's up you guys? The name is Suelo and welcome to the first installment of Beauty Goblin. Now, if you enjoy watching beauty guru videos because you want to learn amazing makeup skills, I am not the person to watch because I have no idea what I'm doing, hence the name Beauty Goblin. Now, without much further ado, let's get into the video. I have my wig cap on so my hair doesn't get in my face and get in the way of the makeup. I grabbed a little bit of my Diva Curl gel to smooth out my flyaways and have them stuck to my head and again away from my makeup. Unfortunately though, this is curling gel, so it probably was not the best option to use. However, it was all that I had, so moving on. I replaced my cap because I wanted to secure the little hairs to my head. And now that that's done, we're going to see what we're going to do to our face. Now, I grabbed this Beauty Glazed Gorgeous Me palette that was given to me by my mama. And it has a lot of different colors, so shout out to her for having amazing taste. Next, we're going to grab our Lash Couture Classic Style lashes and put on a little bit of chapstick because you can't have no chapped lips. Next, we have our NYX Wonder Stick that we're going to use to apply to our face. It has both a contour and a highlight side, so convenient for those who are broke like moi and want 2-for-1 deals. Because, I mean, how can you say no to 2-for-1? The instructions say to line your face so you can slim out your jawline, and I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing, so I'm just gonna go with what the instructions say. You line out your nose as well if you want to slim it out. My siblings say not to do that unless you absolutely need to. I, again, don't know what I'm doing, so let's just go with the flow. I got a little bit of makeup on the wig cap, but that's totally fine. We're going to go ahead and create these amazing triangles and lines on my face because the instructions say so, and it's supposed to highlight my bone structures. I'm just going to go with what it says. And now to commence the endless tapping of the Beauty Blender. This Beauty Blender I got at Ulta a while back, and I have absolutely no idea what it is. It takes absolutely forever to get this blended into my face, and it hurts my arm. I have fibromyalgia and other bodily issues, so it's not easy to beat your face for this effing long. But, you know, a girl made it through, and we're gonna just continue to tap, tap, tap. Add a little bit of concealer because your girl had a little bit of a pimple and we need to put it on the face so you have primer for the eyeshadow that I'm going to apply that I also have absolutely no idea how to put on my face. But, you know, a girl's going to try. She's going to do her best. We're going to tap, tap, tap a little more and get that really blended in there. And we are set. With that, we're going to add a little bit of setting spray. It's going to be Maybelline Lasting Finish. It's supposed to be up to a 16-hour wear and a matte finish, so that's kind of exciting. We're going to use an e.l.f. brush to add a little bit of e.l.f. blush because, you know, you got to make your cheeks look nice and pretty. Next, we're going to add a little bit of highlight from also e.l.f. It's in the color Blushed Gems. I've been using this forever. I love it, and it looks great on my skin tone. So definitely highly recommend. The brush is a really random brush that my mom gave me as well. I honestly get a lot of my stuff from my mom, not gonna lie. It's Sonia Kashuk Tools number 18. I don't know what I'm doing with makeup, so my siblings kind of just give it to me. This is the dress I am planning to wear, so we're going to be using it as a reference for the makeup. So we're just going to add a little bit more of bronzer on my face and a little bit of highlight. I'm using, in this case, the Ulta Beauty palette. The bronzer is shimmer bronzer and just a gold highlight. The palette is batch number 821001-08. Excuse the use of that finger, I just needed to get rid of a harsh line that was on my face. Next, we're going to use the e.l.f. Fluffy Eye Blender brush. Yes, I know that's probably not the right brush to use, but again, I am going with what I have. Don't judge me. This is not the video for you if that's what you're gonna do. So we're gonna go ahead and apply a little bit of some light creamy color as the base for my eyeballs. We're trying to use the light color to simulate a little bit of the white that was on the dress. Next, we're going to add this glittery silver onto my eyelids. The fluffy eyeshadow brush was not working out too well, so I opted to use the blending brush. It is a lot smaller and it seems to pack on the color a lot easier. I did, however, mess up and get a lot of the silver on my face, thus causing me to mess up the makeup that I had done earlier. So, lesson learned, do not contour your face until after you do your eyeshadow, because clearly you can mess up and it's just going to cause a lot of strife. Fortunately, I figured it out. So we're going to continue applying some of this silver coloring onto my eyelids. Again, it's dropping a little bit, but it's fine. We're just going to go ahead and deal with it as it comes. Next, we're going to go ahead and add a little bit of that white highlight that I was using earlier, the little cream color. We're going to use this random eyeshadow little brush thingy that came with the palette. It's just simple, easy to use. Next, we're going to add a little bit of this black color to the outer corners of my eyelids. It's going to be so I can have a little bit of a smoky eye effect. I don't know how to really recreate that, so I'm just kind of going with what I think will look okay. I'm just gonna add it onto my eyelids. I know I'm going a little high here, but just trust me on this. I'll fix it later. We're gonna add a little bit to my under eye so we can have the full on effect, because that's what you're supposed to do according to these makeup tutorials I have watched on YouTube. We're gonna add a little bit of more bright creamy white and a little bit of a pink coral onto the inner corners of my eyelids. And then we're going to clean it up with a makeup wipe so we can get rid of the colors. And see, this is the trick that I'm talking about, you guys. We're going to go ahead and use the makeup wipes to actually clear off the top of the eyelids, as well as clean off the underside of the eyelids. Now, we're going to make sure that we have the color even on both sides. We're going to add a little bit more black on the outer corners because it wasn't really holding with that brush that I was using. And this little funny eyeshadow brush is actually very effective in transferring color. I am actually pretty digging how it's turning out. This is more of that coral color that I was talking about, and when it blends in with the silvery glitter, it actually looks pretty good. Now we're going to go ahead and take this baby wipe, or actually, sorry, makeup wipe, and we're going to wipe off the excess eyeshadow. We're going to bring it off to a tapered point to make it look, or rather simulate, a cat eye. I do not have any eyeliner with me at the moment, so we're just going to go ahead and use this makeup wipe to fix the makeup as needed. Next, we're going to go back to the NYX Wonder Stick. We're going to add a little bit of highlight both underneath my eye and above to replace some of the makeup that I removed with the makeup wipe. Now we're going to make sure it's nice and blended in so you can more or less not tell the fact that I had previously wiped it off. Now we're going to fix the eyebrows and get on moving to the eyelashes. We'll grab our Duo eyelash glue and our tweezers and get some glue put onto the eyelashes. You have to be very careful not to put too much glue, which I unfortunately did at one point. You have to wait for the glue to dry. Don't get impatient like I did with this first eyelash, and you'll see how getting impatient ends up backfiring on me in a couple of moments. So I ended up blowing on the eyelash to try to get the glue to dry faster, but as you can see, it really didn't help. The eyelash ended up falling off, and I had to make several attempts to get it to actually stick onto my eye. So after a couple of moments and a couple of finagles with the tweezers and my fingers, I was able to get the lash to stick on, and I luckily did not get any of the glue within my actual eye itself. So now that I have it on, we can see the difference that having an actual eyelash makes. I have no eyelashes, it's so sad. So here we have the next eyelash that we're going to place onto my other eye. This time I actually make sure to take my time and not rush it because I learned my lesson with my first eye. So we're going to go ahead and wait I had previously put on a little bit of lipstick if you didn't notice my lip color change from the last couple of moments. And I decided I don't like this lipstick anymore, so I'm going to change it in a couple of seconds. Here we have the placement of the eyelash, and as you can see, it was a lot easier. It actually stuck pretty quickly, and I was able to get it on there with one try. I just had to do a couple of pinches to make sure that it stuck on there correctly and it didn't stay with a gap between my actual eyelash line. So now that that is on my eyes, I'm going to give it a couple of seconds so it can dry off, and then we're going to add a little bit of eyeliner. I'm using Tattoo Ink eyeliner that I also purchased from Ulta. Next, we're going to add a little bit of L'Oreal Original Voluminous Mascara. It is my absolute favorite. They have a new formula now that actually isn't working as great as the original formula was working, but I still am a loyal fan of the L'Oreal mascara line. I just am a big fan of it. So after placing a little bit of that, we're going to add some more highlighter on my cheeks. We're going to make sure these cheekbones are popping. So next, we're going to grab my favorite addition, this amazing wig that I got on Amazon for only $18. So really, really affordable. I am going to take a quick moment to wipe off excess makeup that I had on my face because I realized I may have added a little too much. So after that, I am going to style the wig. I like to pin both sides, a little strand of hair on both sides, because it gives it a nice little Daenerys Khaleesi sort of look from Game of Thrones, and I really dig it. It's gonna take a couple of twists to make sure that it looks more natural on me. Now, this is gonna be my first time wearing the wig out in public, and honestly, I'm kind of really digging it. I think it looks really good. What do you guys think? Let me know down in the comments below. Now, the only thing I'm not digging is this lipstick, so let's see what I can grab. I'm feeling a little bit more of a dark vibe, so let's grab my L'Oreal Paris Liquid Matte Lipstick. I believe it is the color dark brown or plum, something of the sort. You do have to add a couple of extra layers to make sure you get the really nice deep coloration that I was looking for this particular look. All in all, it is a really nice lip color and it does last quite a long time. So I believe it's worth the buy. Now, after a couple of lip adjustments and a couple of movements of my wig, I finally have the completed look. And with this, we're going to go ahead and place my outfit. Here we have the final look. We're going to add my half moon choker to give it a little bit more of a witchy vibe. And let's see how it all turned out. Dress on, wig on, lipstick on, and choker on. Face ready, and here you are. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the look. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button.